It was a journey to fluency. I started to stutter at the age of 3. I started speech therapy prior to starting school and during primary school. Speech therapy helped me to control my stutter. My stuttering severity reduced significantly. I was very shy at school. I was bullied, ridiculed, and teased because of my stutter. It continued into my high school years. However, I was selected to be house captain in Year 12. I had a strong passion for sport. I was honoured to be recognised for my passion for sport. I was responsible for organising and facilitating house meetings and motivating the school students who were in my house to participate in sport carnivals. At the school chapel, I read a Bible verse. I was always nervous standing up in front of people and facilitating a presentation. Standing up in front of a small crowd of people made me realize that I can articulate speech without the anxiety that my speech will not be fluent. This was new to me as I haven't given a presentation in front of some unfamiliar people. When I finished school, I became a lifeguard. I worked at the Sydney Olympic Park Aquatic Centre for 9.5 years. I was very lucky to lifeguard televised events and work at the athletic centre. I also lifeguarded school and state carnivals and championships. I was lucky to be in a small leadership position where I used to cover the permanent pool lifeguards. During this opportunity, I was recognised for my skills and passion, and I was praised by the coaches and members of the aquatic centre for the positive relationships I created and maintaining a safe recreational environment. I was lucky that I had a mentor in high school to guide me on a career path. My PDHPE teacher informed me to follow my heart, which is studying at college to become a PDHPE teacher. However, my maths teacher informed me that I would struggle teaching high school students. In the end, I followed my heart. I successfully completed 18 months of study, and I transferred to a different university to study primary education. I was strongly encouraged to change direction and think about early childhood teaching. I accepted the opportunity and I studied early childhood subjects. I was offered a full-time job after my early childhood professional experience. Unfortunately, I was unable to accept the opportunity. However, I was very lucky to work casually for the centre. I was strongly encouraged to seek a speech pathologist whilst I was studying at university. My stutter was exacerbated whilst I was teaching primary school students during professional experience. I developed a beautiful relationship with my speech pathologist, and the results I achieved were life-changing. I learned how to use technique to control my stutter. I also focused on slowing down when talking to people, gentle onsets, and stretching the words out when necessary. My family and my grandmother were very supportive of my stutter. In 2018, I decided to study online. This was not my first preference. My directors at my first centre motivated me to study in order to be recognised for my passion, skills, and knowledge. I studied via correspondence whilst working full-time. I was very lucky to achieve a scholarship to attend the Early Childhood Australia National Conference in Hobart. I had the opportunity to meet renowned early childhood professionals and researchers and give a small presentation during a masterclass about leadership. During my birth to 2-year-old placement, I I was awarded the award of Outstanding Success in Professional Practice. I was over the moon, and the award enabled me to realize that early childhood is my niche and safe place. In 2019, my grandmother passed away suddenly. I decided to give a eulogy. My mum asked me if I will be confident enough to say the eulogy, as I was very emotional on the day she passed away. I was overwhelmed by the feedback that I received, as I did not stutter during the eulogy. My family were very proud of me and said that my nonna will be as well. I have been in the sector for 9 years. It will be 10 years in January next year. I am very fortunate that I have been successful in my work as an early childhood teacher. I was selected to create a video about innovation, and I developed leadership skills that will enable me to help that will enable me to help my director when she was absent from the service. I have been fluent for nearly 10 years. It took time to where I it it took time to be where I am currently in my career as an early childhood teacher. I was out of my comfort zone and I had to make conscientious decisions based on what was best for me to succeed in life. I love my job. I have very strong relationships with the children and families. And I am reminded every time I walk into the centre that I am currently teaching at, that early childhood enables me to share my passion of making a difference in the lives of the young citizens that I teach. And communication is fostered through singing and slow speech, which allows me to thrive in the work that I do. Thank you.